So welcome back to Daytime. If someone said to you, do you love to sing but only sing in the shower? Would you like to learn how to use your singing voice properly so you can get more pleasure from your singing experience and have fun doing it? Would you do it? I think I might. And we have Jody Benjamin from deciBelles Choir for Women with us. And she is here to tell us all about the choir. But first of all, I want to introduce you properly, or let you introduce yourself. You have been part of the music industry for decades. And how? Just give us a little bit of your background.
Well, I first started with the Toasted Westerns, which was back in the late 80s, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I got hooked up with my partner Michael Ball 31 years ago, and we have a band called Ball and Chain, and that's for the duo. And then when there's a band, it's Ball and Chain and the Records. And we've recently made a zydeco band, which is another type of music that you don't hear much around here, called the Vanier Playboys, because we live in Vanier.
Oh my gosh! So you've just been creative over the decades and decades. Yeah. So deciBelles, how did that all start? This is fantastic.
Well, I used to direct for Shout Sister Choir, and then a couple of years ago I decided to go off on my own, and so I asked my choir followers any suggestions, and someone mentioned deciBelles. I thought, that's perfect, because it's like the measure of volume, but then we spell it with B-E-L-L-E-S at the end for ladies.
Yes.
And we're having a blast. It's so much fun to be back together. We were on Zoom for through the pandemic,
but everybody's stuck together on Zoom, there's just something to say for you and for everybody coming together. Yeah. So with the people in your choir right now, are they longtime singers? Are they new singers?
There's everything under the sun. There's a whole ball of wax, and absolutely almost everyone has had the experience of just move your lips, dear, you know, because people get freaked out. But this is a choir you don't have to audition for. Okay. Every voice is welcome. No one is put on the spot ever or asked to sing by themselves or anything in front of anybody. And it's so the sum of the parts is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I have listened to some of the parts, and it is fantastic. So for our viewers at home, you're asking for auditions, or are you letting people?
No auditions necessary.
So how do people come to your choir?
Go to decibelles.choirgenius.com, and it will tell you that there's two locations in Ottawa. One is in Alta Vista, and the other one's on Woodruff on the West End.
I know, right down the street from me, right down the street from Rogers, so everybody can go there.
Yes, exactly.
That's fantastic.
So just show up, and we have some extra lyric sheets for you to borrow for if you haven't got them
yet.
yet.
And you don't need them to tell you ahead of time if they're coming?
No, you don't have to. You could just show up if you want, or there's contact on the website too if you want to get in contact with me.
If they want to ask questions.
Yeah.
And how often do you practice?
We have the two live practices a week. Once you join, it's your choice. You come to either or both if you want. Who cares? So it's like curves. If you're a member, you can come to whichever practice you want.
Okay, and if you had, because I have girlfriends that I'm sure I could get to try, but they might try and be too nervous. You're okay if they back out, and then if they came in?
Well,
but you haven't had a lot of people backing out, have you?
No.
Okay.
People usually like it a lot.
I think I want to show everyone at home, and my friends included, that it's not that hard to sing, even though you don't have to, because they know I don't. I'm a grade 2 teacher in the past, and I think that's where my voice has ended. So I think you wanted to do a demo and give us a little bit about what we'd be looking for.
Well, I'm choosing a song that I wrote, and it's called "I Love the Life I Live." It's on one of the Ball and Chain records. Okay. And but first of all, you got to warm up, though, don't you? Right?
Yes.
So this is one of my favorite things. Yeah. Okay. So let one shoulder come forward and the other one.
Don't make up your own warm up. Okay.
Breathe and get that upper back nice and loosened up, and then I do like to do this too. I call this facial gymnastics. So you just wake up all those facial muscles.
I think I do this when I'm talking to kids sometimes.
Yeah, and then the tongue on the roof of your mouth and open your jaw, so you're stretching under your tongue. And then tongue behind the bottom teeth and stick it out. And then just go, let's do a few of these sides. So open up the rib cage. Any note at all. Take another breath. Make a note though this time.
I think I was going to yoga there for a second.
And then the last thing I usually do is a little hip swivel. One loosen it all up and one way around the other way. Okay, so that's a very abbreviated warm-up for now. Okay. So once someone joins, on the website there are all these tracks to listen to. So there are 3 parts for this song. There's a lead singer, high, and the low singer.
Okay.
And you can choose whichever part you want to sing. You want to pick the one that's the most comfortable for your voice.
Okay.
So do you think you're a low singer or a high singer?
I'm a higher singer.
You're a higher singer?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to play you the high track then.
Okay, well, play it first, baby.
Yeah, and then so I'm going to skip the little intro just because we're... I'm going to just take it back.
Yeah,
Sorry, because I missed the chord.
So you got to make
2
me
minutes.
a rock star before we leave. No, just make
Here we
choir.
go. Here's the high.
Okay.
I love, this is the lead part, I live the life I love, oh, I love the life I live, don't want to throw it away. And then here's your high part coming up. I love the life I live, I live the life I love, oh, I love the life I live, don't want to throw it away. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I
something
can
like that.
follow you. Yeah, that is so fun. So do you find you have a lot of people that just fill all the parts, high, low, somewhere in
usually
between?
there's way more lead singers because people are more comfortable singing the melody.
Yeah.
But we always have a fairly good section of high singers and low singers. And there are certain songs have 5 or 6 parts too, because there'll be a response part
Yes.
that will sing the reply to the lead singers or that sort of thing. And it's just a total blast.
And what if, like, we have 1 minute left, but tell me your favorite memory from, or favorite part of all of this, or someone that walked in that you're like, oh, I'm going to make them stay. It'll
It's
be
the
fun.
sense of community you get. The people
Yeah.
make such good friendships. This feeling of singing together with a group of people makes such beautiful ties. It's like family. It's like nothing else, really.
And everybody can come together.
Yeah.
And I know with singing too, once you open up, like I didn't open up as well, but once you open up, you get that range. So you probably have people who started somewhere and then going somewhere else as far as the range and the pitches.
The thing about
and
singing is it's like a muscle. If you
Yes.
don't train it, then it might not be as cooperative when you first start off. But once you get going and learn about how to use it and develop it a little bit, it cooperates better, and then suddenly you're a better singer.
That's fantastic. So you could take the singing from the shower to you. Tell us one more time where we could find all the information.
deciBelles.choirgenius.com.
And all the questions, everything you need to know. Make sure you get out there and try it. It's fantastic. Twice a week. More on Daytime.